Hey everybody, welcome back to Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign. This is episode number 2 of our England campaign. I'm very excited to continue this because I had a lot of fun. Even though it was a lot of reading last episode, I had a lot of fun. Because I've done some research in between episodes, kind of on the resources I've been able to find online, based on what the publisher's given us. In terms of what's online right now. I found out that this is not a timed game like in years. It's just timed in time. What I mean by that is, and I'll use a developer's phrase for this, you start in 1110 AD, right? And then at that point, you're changing history. So in a way, a year doesn't matter anymore because you're changing the course of history, meaning it doesn't make sense to have the year. So I kind of see that. So I was looking for that last episode, couldn't find it. That explains why. And I've also kind of been looking through the UIs, trying to get used to everything. And I think I'm a little more in tune with the UIs. All right. So we got all that.
The kingdom advantages.
The kingdom advantages, which we looked at last episode, never really got into. So let's look at that together. Having access to various goods grants you progress and 8 separate advantages. An advantage is completed once you produce or import all goods associated with it. Completed advantages grant your kingdom unique sets of bonuses. Goods can be kept, or goods can be produced by various buildings and upgrades. They can also be imported via merchant since a foreign kingdom for the right amount of gold and commerce upkeep. Once the kingdom gains access to a good, it is available throughout all of its provinces. The advantage is victory. Once your kingdom has access to all goods, either by producing or importing them, you may claim victory. Unlike the Emperor of the World vote, the advantage's victory is achieved instantaneously and cannot fail. So if we click on one of these, we got ale, we got candles, so we got all of this in abundance and all of this in mercantilism and all of this in masonry. Alright, so there's 8, 14, 20, 28, 34, 38, 45, 50 things we gotta get in order to claim victory here. Out of the 64 below. There are 64 goods in the game. England has to get 50 of them. Alright, so now I think we need to go ahead and appoint to our royal court. We also don't have a governor in York, so that's interesting. We can hire a marshal. We have 4,000 gold. How much upkeep is that going to be is the problem. Merchant, diplomat, cleric, spy. Feels like we're garrisoned up in a lot of ways here as well, which, I mean, we got 1 town guard, 4 defending squads with 1,600 manpower. Zero out of 3. We don't have enough levies to upgrade that. Let's get out of the view here.
The world at your fingertips.
Let's go to the world and see what we can see. Because Poland has declared war on Prussia. Right over here. When a foreign kingdom is selected, this space contains information about your relations, your influence over its people, and the stances between your nations. Diplomatic negotiations with a foreign kingdom can be initiated by clicking on the audience button. The queen and royal children of the selected kingdom can be found here. Your own princess and princesses may also appear alongside their spouses if you have royal ties with the selected kingdom. As the game progresses and the relations change, each kingdom starts having some friends and threats. If war occurs, these can go to allies or enemies, which may later become vassals or sovereigns. So that's provinces, that's kingdoms. We can toggle between them.
Political view.
Marriages, stability, trade zones, religions, kingdoms. Okay. Kind of got an idea of what everything is. They have no children there. They have a few in their court. Let's go ahead and hire a marshal. Target. Let's get out of this menu here. Okay, the back arrow gets out of that menu. So where do we want this guy? Newcastle, York, Warwick, London, Canterbury, I think we do Winchester. Either Winchester or York.
Your orders.
Knights are noble characters who can perform various actions for their kingdom depending on their class. A knight can be a marshal, merchant, diplomat, cleric, or spy. A knight's level is determined by what skills he possesses and how skilled he is at each one. Clicking on the level of a knight shows his skills. These are the current occupations of a knight. Statuses may have an upkeep and can potentially stop a knight from performing other actions. Some statuses can be clicked, either to be cancelled or to reveal more actions related to them. Each knight can perform a set of actions depending on their class. They usually have a cost, can have multiple outcomes, and may take some time to be performed. Some actions are indefinite, putting knights in active states, which can be interrupted at any time. Most armies are led by a knight who can affect the attributes of all units under his command depending on his skills. That's a little bit of a bug, but I read in they did say that there were some bugs left in this preview build, so I'm expecting them. These are all squads under the command of the army leader. Marshals, kings, and shamans can lead up to 8 squads, while non-martial knights may only lead up to 5. Morale can decide many battles, as it determines the likelihood of individual squads to surrender. Many factors can affect an army's morale both positively and negatively. This is the overall size of the troops, commanded by the army leader. Different units have different squad sizes, which can additionally be affected by the army's leader skill, the levies raised in his governed realm, and so on. Supplies deplete as an army marches, depending on its location. For example, exiting homeland increases consumption, while being in hometown nullifies it. A total lack of supplies will hinder army's travel speed and squad stamina and morale. Hovering on this element will also display the army's current food upkeep. Every army may carry various types of equipment, ranging from siege machinery to army upgrades that bring additional troops and supplies. So we can embark. What do we want to do first? We're England. The world is our oyster.
Yes.
We've got character level, not governing a town, leading army. One of several randomly chosen skills can be learned by a knight at each learning stage. A knight may learn 3 skills that are primary to his class, and 2 skills which are primary to other classes. These are considered secondary and are often less powerful, but they still may grant effects to the given class. So the first one we have is either Field Tactics 1, which is the art of maneuvering swiftly around your opponents as a masterful trait of any skilled leader, or Stewardship 1, Statecraft and Governing. We're going to do Statecraft and Governing.
What? Ah, right. I got it.
We can watch this stuff move. The map moves in real time, which is really cool to look at.
Behold, the current great powers.
Our kingdoms are at peace. So Byzantium is the current greatest power right now. So we can build in these and get more fields and more stuff like that. Whoa, okay. Each district contains buildings which are tied to a specific group of settlement. Castles, villages, religious settlements, crop farms, and coastal settlements. These districts are available in all provinces. The numbers in this area show how many settlements of a single type are present within a province. Some buildings are tied to specific province features within this realm. Most of them allow the production of several goods via their upgrades. These are also certain buildings that are tied to province features and produce goods, but do not have any upgrades. So this is kind of what we got. I mean, we have flax fields in Winchester right now that we can use. I mean, do we want to spend some money to potentially get some extra gold per month or per day? I think we do. Crop farming plus 2 grain per in town, 1 per crop farm. We have the money, we have the manpower to do such thing. Each building may contain a set of upgrades. Upgrades can only be built once, giving their effects in all provinces which have the corresponding building. So we can build that, and there are 3 upgrades. We have heavy plows, manure pits, and crop rotation. So we're going to build a crop farm. I think that's probably a good thing to do. Give us some extra food in one of our bigger provinces. So that is going to take some time. And we're making a lot more money just by doing that, and that's really good. It's an herb garden, flax field, which is netting gold, I think. That's netting food. That's netting gold.
All right, let's turn these peasants into soldiers.
So you got a military governor in Winchester now, which probably means it's going to be a more military-driven city.
A new building has been finished, sire.
So we can watch that over time go up. And store extra food. That is nice. Awesome.
Everything has a price.
Religion and culture.
We have books. I'd like to see if we can get some more books. We're only getting 4 per whatever time unit this looks like. I'd like to go up on that.
Should we march?
Oh, that's our army. Oh, okay.
Done. Off I go. I obey.
Very
If you
intuitive
insist, I obey.
movement. I like
We'll
it.
arrive soon.
Can garrison
Let
up in
us
Canterbury.
restock and rest.
That is cool. Okay.
I am ready. For the crown. Home sweet home.
So that net's books and that net's religion. I get it. I get it. Okay, I get it. So this net's whatever this is. Food income. This net's that. This net's both this and this. Okay. I see. There's a little tooltip on the map that shows whatever each building nets, and that is very nice to see. We are learning, peeps. And I think for now, though, we're going to go and wrap up this episode here. So if you enjoyed this episode of Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign as England, make sure to leave a like on it, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you next time for more. I'm having a lot of fun with this game, so yeah, that's going to do it. I'll see you next time.